Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Some orgid, some gigiat, sigidamanak, chiefs, dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. We are happy and very honored to take part in this celebration of the gathering of the three nations. We will be sharing with you once again what the kids have learned about their heritage from the Nass River. I strongly encourage everyone, no matter where you live, not to forget your culture and to pass it on to your children so that it won't get lost, that your forefathers had lived a long time ago. It's such an honor to do the songs and the dances and the stories, the legends, the tales that our grandfathers did a long time ago. And it is an honor to be among the other tribes, Tlingit and Haida. There are three dialects in the Tsimshian Nation, as I have mentioned before. There's the Gitxans, the Skeena River, the Coast Tsimshians, such as Metlakatla, Alaska, and BC, Port Simpson, and along the coast areas. I myself and some of the group here are descendants under me from the house of Chief Beit Necht, Beaver clan, adopted by the Eagles. My Indian name is Maklda. Translated, it means to oversee all the things that are going on and to take them by the hand. Once again, it's a great honor to be here, and we scatter the swans down as a peaceful gathering, that you are our brothers and sisters in Christ. And we will follow it with a peace song. Step back, take your place. Take your place.
Simgiyat, Sigidamanak. Ladies and gentlemen, our performance the other day, we called up a Tlingit chief for the special dance and the special ceremony, plus a Sigidamanak, a very high honored lady from the Haida Nation. Tonight, we will honor all of you, no matter who you are or where you come from. We just want to honor you with these peace feathers. We are going to scatter on the stage, and I hope one of them lands on you.
Oh!
Our next performance is a chief song. And the song we sing for it will be Dimyeti Lemilacha. These chiefs dancers perform at very important potlatches. They are especially trained when they're little, and we also use a swan's down in their hats to represent a peaceful gathering at a potlatch for incoming guests, dignitaries, chiefs, friends, and relatives.
Simgiyat, Sigidamana. With this dance, we're going to honor our Kaniyat, which translates our grandfathers and our grandmothers. There's Yatstik, which translates, they blazed a trail for us to follow. We are going to honor the Tlingit and the Haida, the Tsimshian chiefs who have gone on to that glory, and those who are still living today among us, and the special elders among our people.
Our next performance is called This is a children's story, and whenever Watlangigyat, our forefathers, saw it was time for the children to learn some manners, whether they are playing, sitting around a fire, or just walking, or sitting outside with their uncles, their grandfathers. And they tell them this story. My own chief from my beaver house, Chief Beit Nek from Ayanshnas River, told us a story in Nisga'a last year. And we are honoring him today by doing this performance, and also the chiefs that are present here who are working to pass on their knowledge to the younger generation. The beaver and the porcupine. One day, the porcupine was out walking, and he met his friend, the beaver. And he said, "Hi, friend. Hi, pal. What are you doing?" The beaver said, "Oh, I was out looking for something good to eat." That porcupine said, "I know a really beautiful tall tree that we can climb. It's a lot of fun." Beaver said, "But I can't climb." Porcupine said, "Don't worry, I'll pack you on my back." And so they climbed up the tree. And when they got to the top, they climbed out on the longest branch. And so the porcupine said, I'll roll down first. And while I'm rolling, I'll say Andy Balach. Balach is moss, and he falls light as a feather. He said, just watch me, I'll go down first. And so he started rolling down and saying, fell down, light as a feather. Then he got up and he told his little friend, the beaver, now it's your turn. Roll down and I'll holler out Andy Balach as you roll down. Beaver said, but I'm scared. Porcupine said, just let go of the branch. Hurry up, I'm hungry and I want to get home. And so the beaver took a deep breath and he started rolling down. Porcupine started saying, that little porcupine played a very mean trick on his friend, the beaver. Instead of saying Andy Balach, he started shouting Lo'op, which means rock. So that when the beaver landed on the ground, he was knocked out cold because he fell hard as a rock. That little porcupine was so happy and glad at the trick he had played on his friend, the beaver. And he was dancing around him and he was so happy saying, so that little porcupine went on his way. The beaver woke up and went on his way. One day, the beaver was out walking and saw his friend the beaver. And he said, what are you doing, friend? Porcupine said, I was going down to the lake to look for something to eat. Beaver said, I know a very nice island where we can have a lot of fun. I'll take you out there. But Porcupine said, but I can't swim. Beaver said, don't worry, I'll carry you on my back. And so he got on his back. Whenever you run out of breath, he said, to scratch the back of my neck. And so off they went. He was running out of breath, so he scratched the back of his neck. They came up for air. They went down again, deeper this time, because the beaver was having such great time, having a lot of fun, so he went down deeper. And the porcupine was really running out of breath. He scratched and scratched and scratched. That little beaver wouldn't come up. And finally, they got out to the island, and he dumped his little friend off. Beaver went on his way. Little porcupine just laid there, and he came to finally. He got up. He was cold and wet and hungry. And he didn't know what to do. He was really miserable. So he thought to himself, I remember the song that my grandfather used to sing to me. And it was a song to the north wind and the falling star. So he said, I'll do that. I'll call on the north wind to come and help me. So he started singing. It started to blow, and he was really encouraged. So he sang even louder. Started blowing really hard. The ice started forming on the lake. And he thought to himself, this is good. Now I can go home. So he started skating around, skating towards shore. And he got to the shore. And he felt really good about the way he was helped by his grandfather's song to the north wind. So he went on home, and he was very happy. The moral of the story is, don't play tricks on one another. Oh, I forgot one part. The little beaver hadn't expected an early winter. He was in his little home under the lake in his little dam. The ice had formed over the lake, and he was stuck. He had nothing to eat. He hadn't stored anything away for the winter time. This was so unexpected. The moral of the story is, don't play tricks on one another. Don't pick on one another. And along with my teaching to the children, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Anything you do to somebody else will always come back to you. The next number we're doing is the hoop dance. Our people, a long time ago, the really elite chiefs wore the cedar bark ring. And they taught a dancer how to use this ring to twirl it around his neck, and it would go up in the air, then he'd catch it. But he was taught when he was very small, and when he became an adult, he was really good at it. This is still being done in the Skeena River area, and the Nass River are still learning this, but they are doing the hoop dance. So the boys, the brothers, will be doing the hoop dance. And we will sing Ohioho to this one. Yes, Sonora. While they're getting ready for our next song, I will start introducing the group. Our chief dancers are Frank Watson, Frank Watson, Mike D'Angeli, Ron D'Angeli, our porcupine is Chuck Watson. Our wolf dancer is Zach Regal, adopted by Reggie D'Angeli's tribe, the Wolf Clan. The hoop dancer is Jacob D'Angeli, and also the eagle. Our dancers are Carolyn Watson, Kim D'Angeli, Irene Roberts, who is honoring her father. He was Nisga'a. Kitty Eddy, honoring her grandfather, Nisga'a. Roxana Booth Leask from Metlakatla. Our lead drummer is Arlene D'Angeli, Jane D'Angeli, Rosa Watson. Our wolf dancer is Reggie D'Angeli, and another adopted wolf into his tribe, Mike Morrow.
Simgiyat, Sigidamanak. At this time, we'd like to really pay our respect to our dance leader, songwriter, and she just put these our children together, our grandchildren, the art of dancing and costume making, and she has done a tremendous job. And Louise D'Angeli, let's give her a hand.
Our next number is called Glad Dancing. We have 2 eagle dancers dancing this and a wolf dancer. And this also is an invitational dance. We invite anyone who would like to honor their heritage to stand up and introduce yourselves. We will leave you with 2 Christian songs that an elder, a grandmother in the Nass in Kincolith left us. She sent over, Arlene went over one time and she sang for her and encouraged us to use these hymns to help teach the children that our culture and Christianity still walk hand in hand even today. The first one we'll do is He was nailed on the cross for me, and the second is, Oh Lord, have mercy.
Yeah.
Again, we thank you for sharing, sitting down and sharing with us. We were very happy to participate in this gathering. Once again, we thank Sealaska Heritage Foundation for the wonderful job they are doing to keep the culture going, to pass on from our forefathers to the children. And I feel very humble and honored to be a part of this celebration. Am gwyd gudnesam sam agadam lacha. The Lord bless each and every one of you. Gunal cheese, Hawa, thank you.